Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy KKHD, man, bringing y'all a brand new video. And today's video, I'm bringing y'all my first story time. This story time's on the first time your boy got caught stealing, man. I'm gonna have some 2K gameplay going on in the background, so hopefully that keeps y'all entertained. And with that being said, man, let's get right into it. Now, this all started during spring break, man. And at the time, I lived in an apartment in Chicago, which I still live in Chicago, but the apartment I lived in had like 3 or 4 floors. It had cockroaches in that bitch and everything, you know what I'm saying? But I did have friends in the building. I had a friend upstairs, we called him Twiggity. I also had a friend across the hall from me, his name was Kobe. Now, Kobe was older than us, but he was cool as fuck with us, and we chilled like every single day. Now, Kobe was cool and everything, but he was a bad influence on us, I'm not gonna lie. We used to do all types of crazy shit. We used to egg bomb cars out of our windows. Now, that doesn't sound that crazy, but we lived on a busy ass street, and we was throwing eggs at moving cars, hitting windshields and all that on some crazy shit. That's a story time for another day. Now, we all went to different schools, but my school was the closest to our apartment, and there was a store on the corner we used to call the Blue Store. Now, the order it was in, it was my house, Blue Store, school, and then when I came back from school, Blue Store, home. You know what I mean? So basically, I saw this store like almost every single day when I was in school. I done seen this store get robbed so many times it ain't even funny. I ain't even gonna lie to you. There was 2 doors to get in, and when you got in, it was a nice ass store. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was a nice ass store. It had honey buns, chips, and all that. But like I said, by the time I'm telling this story, we was on spring break and shit, so there was not like too many kids around. But I had a lot of friends at the time, and we used to chill at the school like we had school almost every single day during break. Now, like I said, Kobe did not go to my school, but he knew basically all of my friends. And around this time, Monster energy drinks was like the way. Well, it was the way for at least the people I knew and shit. You know what I'm saying? So there was another energy drink called Venom, and it tasted exactly the same basically, but it was quote unquote better, whatever, had more sugar, whatever. Didn't really matter at the time, but you know, we all liked that shit. But we was all broke as fuck. We could not get any of those things. We was all broke as hell. But like I said, motherfuckers would steal from that store all the time. And I knew when my friends had monsters and all that shit, I knew they did not buy that shit. I knew that they stole that shit. Now, me and Kobe seen that shit. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? We got ideas like, damn, we should do that shit too, so we can get that shit for ourselves and shit. Because like I said, we lived across the street. Not across the street, across the hall from each other. So, you know, we could just share that shit, whatever, woo-woo, we could get away with it. It's like I said, I done seen this store get robbed so many times. I ain't never seen anyone get caught. Not once ever. Like literally, I seen people get chased, but they ain't never get caught. No nothing, no type of penalty for anything. So anyways, man, on this day is me, Kobe, and my second oldest sister. We're all chilling and shit. You know, we at the crib, we playing PS2 or whatever. It's just that, you know what I'm saying, we're not doing anything, we don't got no chips, we hungry as fuck, whatever, nothing to drink. And Kobe just throws out the idea like, hey, let's go steal from the Blue Store. Now me, of course I want to do that shit, you know what I'm saying? Of course I want to go get that shit, because like I said, I done seen so many people get away with it. There's no way we get in trouble, right? So my sister's like, she's trying to like, she was like with it, and at the same time she wasn't, because you know, she's the oldest sibling and shit, so she's trying to be protective and shit like that, you know, she's just thinking it's smart, right? But you know, I already have my mindset and shit. I'm just like, okay, we gonna go in, we gonna get the monsters and shit, we gonna get the chips, and we gonna get the fuck on, right? So basically, we had to come up with a plan, right? So obviously, my sister wasn't gonna steal anything. My sister was just gonna be there just to be there, just in case, right? So it was basically just gonna be on me and him. So the plan was, he was gonna walk into the store. You know, he wasn't even gonna make eye contact with the cashiers and shit. And I was gonna open the doors for him, basically. But I was gonna make it look like I wasn't with him when he did it, right? So when you walk in, there's 2 doors. There's one you push towards you, and the other one you push the other way. So he was already gonna be in the store when we got there. That was the plan, right? And I was gonna make it look like, you know, I was just coming at a different time. Like we're gonna give it like 4 minutes, right? But I found a way to fuck that shit up, and we're gonna get to that in a minute. So in 2K terms, all I had to do was set screens for this man so he could run out the store when he got the shit, right? And all I had to do was just not sell out, right? That's all I had to do. I had no other job but to do that. My sister had one job in the whole thing. She had one job, right? And she didn't fuck up her job. She did her job the right way. We needed her to walk in the store before we walked in the store just to see who was in the store at the time. Because the way we wanted it to happen was we wanted someone else in the store, like I don't know, it's a random customer buying something. So therefore it would give us more time to run when if he's like ringing somebody up or something, because he would have to stop everything he was doing to come chase us. But that was the plan. That's what we wanted to happen, right? That was best case scenario. So we finally leave the crib, right? We're finally about to go get this shit busting. Basically, we gonna get this shit started. So my sister walks in. She walks in the store. Like I said, we're hoping somebody's in the store buying something. But unfortunately, when my sister walked out, there was nobody buying anything, bro. There was nobody in the store. It was just the people who owned the store. So this was not mission impossible, but we needed to still make the move, right? So Kobe walks in. Well, my sister finally walks out. Kobe walks in. So it's go time, basically. It's time to go. So he walks in. I'm outside. I could see him through the glass window, so I could see what he has in his hands, right? And I'm waiting for him to give me the nod to go in. That's all I was waiting for. All he has to do is nod his head, and that means come in now. So 4 minutes go by. Like I said, I was gonna give him 4 minutes. 4 minutes go by. I guess he has everything he thought he had, right? And he gives me the nod. So I walk in, right? Like I said, there's 2 doors. First one I push towards me. Second one I open, right? So he's dragging. He's taking forever, bro. He's taking forever. Like now he's like stumbling, like he's like fumbling the monsters in his hands, the venoms and shit. So basically that blew the mission right there, because we wanted to make it seem like I wasn't with him. So basically when the mission was blown already, I fucked it up even worse. What I did was, he finally was ready to take off, and except for me just still kind of making it seem like I wasn't with him, I was holding the door for too long, so I had no other choice but to run with him, bro. I clogged the paint. Basically. I rolled when I shouldn't have rolled. I made a bad play. But at that point, I was at a point of no return. There was no such thing as going back, so I was on the run too. So we made it down the block. We ran down the block. We hit a right in the alley, right? And this alley was long as hell, bro. This is like probably the longest alley possible, right? And we run midway through the alley. Literally, like, we purposely did that because he was like, okay, I'm gonna hand you some of the monsters when we get to the midway point, right? So now we're midway through this long ass alley. So now we're like halfway from where we started and halfway to the end. So if we got to that end, we were home free basically, because all we had to do was hit one right and we were basically home, right? That's all we had to do. So he hands me 2 monsters, and I turn around, because, you know, just to turn around, right, to look from where we started and shit. And when I tell you, this storage clerk hit that corner running with so much momentum, it was scary. It was honestly intimidating. I ain't even gonna lie to you. He hit that corner with so much momentum running that he caught up to us so fast that it scared the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie. Even though he wasn't really right there, like, we still could have kept on running and probably would have made it, right? But we started running again, and like I said, he was basically on our ass now, because he was gonna chase us to the motherfucking death at this point. So Kobe tells me to stop running. So I just listen. I stopped running. I just stopped where I'm at, right? So dude who was chasing us, he passes me up and he keeps on going after Kobe. But Kobe made the most annoying part of the story. He dropped all the monsters. So basically we did all this for no reason. We did all this for no reason. So now I'm over here thinking I'm about to get in mad trouble because, you know, I stopped, but I knew why he told me to stop, because obviously I was younger. So I wasn't going to get in real trouble. He was older, so he was going to get in trouble. So he got away. So dude stops chasing after Kobe, and dude tells me to help him look for the monsters he drops and shit. So we find all the monsters and shit, and he's all mad. He's screaming in my face and shit. So my sister comes. She's like, "Oh, stop screaming at him. Woo, woo." He was just scared. He ain't know what to do. You know, she was defending me even though I was in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? We were all in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? But she was just defending me and shit. And then another storage clerk comes. He came walking. Like, he was, like, kind of side by side with my sister and shit. And he's like, yo, like, you're banned from the store. I don't ever want to see you come here again. Woo woo. They were mad. I could tell why they were mad and shit. Obviously, we were just kind of robbed their store and shit. But, yeah. So, basically, after a while, we come back home. I go to the gangway of my house. So, like I said, we lived in, like, a ghetto-ass apartment. We had, like, a big-ass gangway and shit. So, we could see the store. Like, we had a clear view of the store from where we were standing. So we look, and you know, there's mad cops in front of the building and shit. I guess they were looking for Kobe. I don't know. I mean, because the cops were obviously too fucking late. You know what I'm saying? We already did what we had did. But yeah, bro, that's basically the story and shit. I basically got banned from the store. I still went in there the next day and shit. They forgot quick as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, I never took bans serious and shit. Unless they take a picture of you, basically they ain't gonna remember who you are and shit. So yeah, man, there y'all go, bro. There goes my first story time and shit. Comment down below if y'all want another one, or give me some ideas in the comment section on what y'all want me to make a story time on, bro. And I'm out, bro. Peace.